So this morning, this Christmas morning, we celebrate and rejoice that God has humbled himself to be born as one of us. The divine has become human. The heavens and the earth touch. There is no separation. That is what is joyful. There is no space today between what is divine and what is human, what is spirit and what is flesh. When Jesus was born of Mary, he came into the world like every other baby. He shared in the amazing miracle that is birth. The divine did not come into the world to destroy us, but to restore us. John's Gospel today, that sort of mystical poem, takes us back to the beginnings of time. Light is the first created of all matter. God's first words in the Bible, in Genesis, are, "Let there be light." And there was light. And the light shone in the darkness then, and that same light shines in the darkness now. Light is somewhat of a miracle itself as far as matter goes. At least it's mysterious. You know, it always travels at the same exact speed, no matter what. Even if you're standing on the very front of a speeding train and you flick on your flashlight, that light will continue at the same speed. You know, normally you would add the speed of your train to the thing that you are throwing, but not in the case of light. It just goes, it keeps going. Even if you were traveling near the speed of light and shined a flashlight out the spaceship, the light from the flashlight would still go at the exact same speed. Kind of mind-boggling. And from that premise that was made famous by Einstein, a lot of crazy things happen, okay, with light and with time and with space. And there are all these paradoxes that this morning we're not going to get into. Just trust me. But light is also amazing because without it, life itself could not exist. Right? Light is the foundation of photosynthesis and nourishes plants. It produces all these chemical reactions, including inside your eye, how the light hits that retina and creates all these chemical reactions to tell the brain what we're seeing. And then that seeing, of course, is what helps us survive. But light is also beautiful. It can be really colorful, like in a rainbow. And it can also illuminate like the stained glass. And sometimes it'll peek around the corner of clouds, storm clouds maybe, after they're starting to go away. In the ancient world, starlight was thought to emanate from the highest of heavens itself, where the throne of God was. Divine light streamed through the holes, literal holes, in the canopy of the firmament. Today, we know that the light of the earliest stars were factories for the very elements that make up life: carbon, oxygen, hydrogen. Our bodies are stardust. Now, also light can illuminate areas we'd rather not see. I can't remember whether it was Pat or Tim Ezel who, when they were giving A Good Shepherd of the World, talked about the early electrification of the houses in rural Appalachia. And people who thought they were really good housekeepers realized when the lights came on that, ooh, there's stuff in the corner over there. But this light, God's light, today has become flesh in Jesus. And this is not a harsh judge coming to shine an interrogation light on all the dark corners of our lives. Rather, it's the light of love. For love itself can illuminate too. when you've been in love, or when you have loved, or when you have been loved, your very being comes alive, and the world takes on a new and joyous color, and you're awakened. We cannot deny darkness in the world this Christmas day, but we also know that there is light. There is light because there is love. I am grateful to be part of this community that was born to when the Word became flesh. For think about it. We can stretch our history back to being an offshoot of St. James in Knoxville, which itself goes back to 1923. And the Episcopal Church goes back to the Anglican Church, then to the Catholic Church, that traces its history into the mists of time, and with the apostles and Peter who walked with Jesus, born this day. This day, the Word becomes flesh and dwells among us. God comes for us. Today we sing a new song, as the psalmist says. The Lord has comforted his people, says Isaiah. Let us rejoice then. Let us have hope. Let us with gratitude and full hearts resolve to make this a reality in our own lives. Let us live as Jesus lived. Let us serve as Jesus served. Let us love as Jesus taught us to love. The divine and the human, they touch today. God shines through the darkness, and the glory of God is seen on earth, seen in God's creation, all of it. From the light that shines from the sun and the stars, from the new life born this day, in the hearts of those who work today, in jobs essential to us, or jobs that serve us. God's glory shines in the bare winter trees that will burst forth with life again in the spring. God's glory shines in those who comfort the migrant, those who shelter the homeless. God's glory shines in the warmth of gatherings with friends and families. God's glory shines here at Good Shepherd. And I am grateful for that and for all of you. Merry Christmas.